I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It is the NFL on EA Sports, and it will likely be the final season in which we say we've got football from Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014. And a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft. He even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And all eyes will be on Antonio Brown on the outside, now wearing a uniform other than Pittsburgh's. Donning the black and silver of Oakland. How will he mesh with his new head coach, John Gruden, his new quarterback, Derek Carr? Let's see how things go.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, Martin. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Mason Foster. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Here's Carr to throw. It's complete to Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was wasn't just a play call that they had in their pocket. No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Patrick Mahomes now in his third season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And, boy, when the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018, a lot of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for second most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he was handed the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year awards. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. Curtis Riley there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And now another one thrown incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. You see the numbers last week for Davis. In the end, not enough to help get him the victory.
And as we look forward to this week, don't you just get the sense that he's going to get the ball a little bit more? I mean, that's just how it reads to me. I don't know how you're feeling about it.
Well, they talked about that with us this week. That's going to be a priority for them.
Give him the ball, let him do his thing.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now Martin. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Now, 59. 180. 180, we're good, we're good. 180.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. And the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr now to throw. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. The Raiders defense getting ready. And we're going to get a peek. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that. Right there, they're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a run with Martin. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. first down. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On third down, here's Williams. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Throwing again on second down. Carr, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go, defense.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. On second down, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And going deep, it got his man, complete. A big gain of 38 there on third down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to take a shot. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Martin, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? On the ground, Richard, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes, wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
15.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Antonio Gates, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense led by Antonio Brown heading back out. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Carr now on first down. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They run. Martin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Carr. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run. Martin. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there. Second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Yellow.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's high. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking to the guy carrying the ball. He was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 44, Carr. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Safarian Jenkins has it. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now Mahomes. Gates has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Hey. 4 down.
On 1st down, Richard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Martin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on first down. Martin, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. A first throw for Henney, the veteran backup. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First down, a run with Hyde. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. Check line 54. Line 54. He takes 3. Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right side catch. This is Gates. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is caught. Watkins. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On the draw, Richard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Watch out for Hill on the return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team. Because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Hyde. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. 3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical...